Hi, I'm Doug Keck. This is an EWTN bookmark brief. Just had the great pleasure of speaking with Dr. William Donohue of the Catholic League about his latest book, War on Virtue, How the Ruling Class is Killing the American Dream, published by our friends at Crisis, available through the EWTN Religious Catalog, EWTNRC.com, all things Catholic. Bill, there's a war on virtue. How can there be a war on something nobody seems to agree on anymore? Explain.
Well, the ruling class, namely the elites, the big decision makers in our society, are for the most part undercutting the vital virtues that make for success. And I look at what makes for success, principally self-control, perseverance, and personal responsibility. If they're inculcated into a young man or young woman, they are likely to be a success. We should be encouraging and nourishing the vital virtues. Instead, the ruling class seems bent on destroying them. There's a strong left-wing strain, ideological strain, amongst the people in our society, not just in the arts and entertainment industry and the education industry, even in the military, the healthcare industry, and in the corporate 500. It's really gone very far left. And if you're out to destroy the vital virtues, then you're working against the best interests of this country. Everybody wants to enjoy the American dream, and no one is hurt more than African Americans by these white liberal racists.
Now, you've also got, kind of ground zero, or the target seems to be the nuclear family. Why?
All the sociological research done by serious sociologists shows that there's only one blue chip family. It's not the one parent family, and I'm not there to knock them. I come from one myself. It's not alternative families and cohabitating and extended families. It's the father and the mother, the intact family of a father and a mother. That is the blue chip family, and we've seen this. That we're now trying to discredit it in the schools. Black Lives Matter says we should destroy it. The Smithsonian Institute of African American History and Culture has said that it's a myth, and that we should get away from the whole idea of the nuclear family. You know, if you were the Ku Klux Klan, you would take the side of the white liberal establishment, because they both hate black people. The Klan makes it explicit. We want to keep black people down. The white ruling class says, oh no, we're on their side. Actually, as far as they're concerned, they don't think blacks are equals. They can't make it unless they can push them across the finish line. They don't want to give them the same opportunities that they give to their own children, the ultimate hypocrites.
And where do we see in this the whole idea of identity politics? What's the role there of that?
Well, the identity politics means basically you're not an individual. If you're a black person who happens to be also a person who plays jazz and you play basketball, the only thing that matters now is that you're black. You might even be a conservative. That doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Your religion doesn't matter. Only your race matters. And you know, it's very interesting. There's some good work on this. Hispanics were literally created by the Ford Foundation. They started back in the 60s trying to convince Mexican Americans not to identify as Mexican Americans, because then they would exercise the vital virtues to succeed. They wanted them to think of themselves as a victim, as a part of a larger group called Hispanics. This was invented by the white liberals at the Ford Foundation. Mike Gonzalez at Heritage Foundation has done fine work on this.
Well, just a little bit of what this book encompasses. Thank you so much, Dr. William Donohue. The book, War on Virtue, How the Ruling Class is Killing the American Dream, published by Crisis, available naturally through our EWTN Religious Catalog, EWTNRC.com, all things Catholic. Highly recommend this book. Look for the entire interview I did with Dr. Donohue on the network and on our on-demand page and on our YouTube channel. I'm Doug Keck. This has been a Bookmark Brief. Thanks for stopping by. We'll hope to see you next time.